don't want his team to synergize around him as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. It looks like they're banning Morgana, which is a good ban in my opinion. That's another ban that I probably would focus on. Warwick, they're banning Warwick. Warwick's been, he's been kind of making a resurgence because he's so solid. Hasn't sustained deals with a lot of characters that you'll see top lane,
Mm,
like an Olaf that we just saw banned.
no, yeah, but the thing is, I don't know, like you can actually bait him, and if it's lane wick, you can pick GP. So you have one,
Yeah,
you max out your orange, and you just play smart. So that's pretty much what you want to do. And pretty much there's really nothing Warwick can really do. As soon as GP gets his wriggles, he can pretty much sustain in lane. So
yeah, he can, and there's the Kog'Maw ban. So you know,
yep.
great bans. I like those bans from them.
Now RYW Shin, yes, they did ban Shin. If they did not ban Shin, I'm like there is something wrong with you. Because no, in one of my ranked games, I did not ban Shin. I totally forgot, and I first picked the AD, and I was like, crap. But Shin really strong.
And they really like that Lee Sin play, and I wouldn't disagree. I mean, early game he was really dominating, and bam, Janna, Graves, and I agree. I'm surprised we didn't see. Was Janna banned last game?
No, she wasn't banned. The, the thing is with that, they had Morgana, so they didn't really want Morgana's ult just to be how'd you say,
Well,
like
I'm saying the
broken.
other team could probably go. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm guessing Team Push didn't know how good Boss Cow was, so but now they know that he's really good, so
And what this means? This means either Boscow will play Victor or he'll play Xerath for us. Maybe.
yes, maybe,
Maybe.
maybe,
This isn't for sure, but I'm hoping to see a little love maybe from there. Maybe you'll get your wish, see some Xerath come out.
yes,
Graves, Janna, awesome. I mean, obviously my love for Janna is well documented, and the fact that she is pretty much the best support in League of Legends right now. They could nerf her all you want, she'll still be number one in my heart, so.
yeah, exactly. Jonna is one of my favorite supports to play as well, so uh, yeah.
I mean, she's really good at managing team fights, and she's.
Oh, yes.
Maybe Kabam's trolling us, though. Who knows?
No, don't be trolling me. Don't be trolling. I want to see that. I want to see that. I just want to see him touch people from like half a screen away. Oh my god, just ridiculous. Locus of power, and then with all of his abilities.
Yeah, and Boss Cow is good at him. I mean, There's only two players I've seen locally play Xerath really crazy, and one of them's Boss Cow, and the other one's Hank. Hank actually had a really crazy Boss Cow when we were down at Game Breakers. Or,
But
a really crazy Xerath, sorry, not a Boss Cow.
yeah, but the thing is, Hank retired though.
Yeah, apparently. Maybe we'll
And
never see him again. Poor
and
Hank.
not only that, my buddy Jr. Freak, or however you say his name, he does play a really good Seraph too. If he does get into the grind and into the move, he plays really well Seraph. So
I'll have
the,
to look out for it.
yes,
I believe
and
he is in the. Is he in the Judgment?
yes, he is.
Excellent. So we will get to see a little bit of GR Freak.
Yes.
And
See,
ooh, a Rise. That's
uh-oh.
my other love of AP mids.
Rise is annoying. He, he I don't know what. He's just like an anti-mage.
Well,
That-
he's anti everything because he's one of the best mages because he breaks all the rules of mages, which is in order to be to deal a lot of damage, you have to be like semi squishy. Where he's like, I build tanky and I still do a lot of damage, and my spells basically have no cooldown because of my passive, and so I'm just a machine gun of overloads and whatnot, and overcharges and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
very strong, and it looks like they're gonna go Kennen instead, which might be a good idea because Rise actually walking into a Xerath. I know Boscow's Xerath is really good, and Rise actually has a hard time against characters like Xerath that have a crazy long range and can spam his Arcana Pulse a lot. So that is a good switch, and I'm glad they did it because Ken's gonna have a little bit better time trying to deal with Xerath. But the fact is, any character once Xerath hits 6, he's one of the hardest ADs to lane against because if he does land that Mage Chains and follows up with his ult, I mean, he basically has that combo on demand. If he's able to land the Mage Chains, then the ult's gonna hit you. It's pretty much instant. There's no real. I mean, there's like it seems like there's a slight delay, but it's pretty much instant. You're gonna hit them, and then you're gonna be able to get off your full combo, and it's up to them to hopefully be tanky enough to live.
We'll be right back on Skype really quick.
Alrighty. That was TK Rain. So we're wrapping up here, and Kabam going with the Yorick pick. I do like the Yorick pick.
Yorick, I played once, and he's just stupid.
Is that your in-depth analysis of Yorick?
Yes, no, because the thing is, it's just like it's sort of like just like Rise. You know, you just like you have your keys, you just hit it and all, and yeah. I mean, he just like bossed people out of the lane, so.
Yeah, I mean, I feel I'm a little Dandin coming out on me right there, fielded, but the way because I played him recently a little bit because he was free. And the way it works for me is I think he's really strong at bossing people early, but I kind of think the later on in the game you get, he's kind of just his ult, and he's not really that scary. Like, I mean, I don't have too many problems with him when you get later on in the game. So
Yeah, but the thing is, it gets to the point where it's just like he's everywhere, his minions everywhere. You're trying to like shoot their AD, and he's just like running at you, just whacking with his shovel, and you're like, really, I have to shoot this guy, and then you have to turn, and then I don't know. He's just annoying in general. So,
yeah, he is annoying. I think he's a good response to some top solos.
Some.
Yeah, but it looks like the top solo is going to be Lee Sin actually.
But now Lee Sin's problem is landing all of his skill shots, and I believe they are switching up ADs as well.
Yeah, because Dirty Mouth, who was playing Lee Sin last time, will be on Vayne, and I'm Kanji, who was Tristana, is going to be,
Jungling.
Yeah. Skarner, Scar.
Survive to level 6. As soon as you come out, you'll be really strong. So.
And lucky for us, actually, Dexter is not in this game for Razor Weapon because he is really bad at missing Skarner grabs. He is the worst. And despite us telling him he should have got a QSS, he did not do so.
The thing is, he did not get it until like later in the game, which it didn't really matter anymore because they just ulted him and then he like didn't push it.
I still seriously want to go back and make a montage of him just getting grabbed like every single time because he got grabbed like 6 or 7 times at least that game. Throughout that game, it was pretty bad. And I believe wasn't that when we were playing Icons of Vanity?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is. I'm not really sure, but
it might have been Icons of Vanity, or it might have been at Game Breakers or something. I think.
Yeah, but that was ridiculously funny though.
Yeah, it was a good time had by all. So 50 seconds wrapping up here. A good CC for both teams, really. So it should be, both teams look very solid. We have 3 ignites for the blue team and 3 for the purple team. People want to kill people. It's word on the street. No teleports, so no map control that way. Both sports can be rock. Oh yes, so Soy Verda, he's man after my own heart. He's rocking the exhaust heal on Janna, not running the flash, which I do approve of. Me personally, I haven't been running flash on Janna recently, just for the fact that I actually love to have both those spells in bottom lane. You have to be a little bit more careful, but at the same time, Janna can't escape from a lot of situations just because of her toolkit, and it's a good idea. It makes your lane presence and your domination bot lane a lot better. If in trades especially, it's hard to. I mean, double team heal. A lot of people are used to dealing with that, but throwing an exhaust, not a lot of teams are ready for that. And again, this is a best of 3. Razor Weapon, the purple team, push the blue team.
Yes.
Nat Shizzle and friends.
Team One Skin, supports duking it out right now.
Yeah, they have to represent their teams in the skin war. Although, Soraka, she needs a good skin because she hasn't had a good skin forever.
I think that Defiance Rocket skin is technically fine. So, it's better than her original skin and her freaking whatever that green one is.
The NIF
Yeah.
one. I think it's okay artwork wise, but in game I'm just kind of like, like I think there's some cool stuff that you can do with her. I just wish they'd
Oh,
explore
so
it.
the thing is, what you're trying to say right now, you're trying to promote was right to make a legendary Soraka skin so everybody just plays her.
Yes. That would be
Um,
your dream, right? Oh.
no, no, that's just dumb. If they make like a legendary Warmog Atma skin for everybody, yes, that is my dream.
That's your dream.
Yes.
What what does that look like?
I
Is
don't
it just
know.
like a Warmogs and an Atmos somehow mashed together and bent to look like the character?
Probably.
Like
I mean,
Skarner would just be a big Warmogs Atma with, or Warmogs with an Atma like stinger tail that was like floating
exactly.
around the battlefield.
I don't know. No, no. Warmog Atma needs to make a baby with like a whole new item or something like that. So or something. I don't know.
It's the same cost, but it only takes up one item slot and just called Atmogs.
Could be. Could
Or they
be.
make a combined cost of like 50 gold, and you can combine it. Save space. Let's just cut to the chase, guys.
Yes. So purple, or purple team, they swapped it up. RYW, it looks like they are going to invade from the bottom of the riverside. They are getting it. Everyone on the purple team is have boots except Jana, and then everyone on the blue team, three have boots.
So some interesting swapping of item slots around there. I actually do like to put my potions and everything on 3 instead of 2. Lee Sin, if he face checks, this is going to be a sad panda.
Ooh.
And here they go. Lee Sin needs to get out of this. Will he get melee attacked? That is the question. He will get melee attacked. Howling Gale coming in here. And yes, it is Howling Gale, people. Too many people calling it Whirlwind these days.
I call it whirlwind.
I know it looks like a Whirlwind, but if you look at that tab, it's called Howling Gale, HG.
But the thing is, you look at the animation. What is it? It's not howling gale. It's a whirlwind that's
It
coming
is a
out of
Howling Gale. It howls as it travels across the screen. You, sir, are not a purist. I am. I'm just saying.
It's all good.
No, it's just something I've noticed. I mean, it's fine. Like I honestly don't really care, but I'd rather say the name, the real name, just because I'm used to
No, yeah.
casting and stuff.
No, okay. You say howling gale. I'll say tornado for the
You'll
other
say
person.
tornado, and then Hat Person will say whirlwind, and then wow, Skarner not getting the best of this trade so far. Even
Nope.
after a heal, looks like a heavy invade. They actually do have this ward here at blue. We might see a steal attempt if they're not careful. And they might come in on this, I imagine. If they leave Highwind alone, this is
Nope.
going to be a bad times for him. Janet's sticking around, though. This is actually good of Soruta. Soruta coming in there, and it will not be
Oh,
stolen.
he smited. He smited one of the small ones instead.
That is unfortunate, because he's not even going to have his smite now when he wants to go start his jungle path. And Skarner's not a fast jungler. So this is really, really good for Highwind. This is definitely the kind of stuff that you want.
This is karma, and then yeah, this is karma. This is what happens. Not only that, Skarner needs blue for his jungler, so he could so he just clear. So right now he doesn't have any help from any of the lanes, and he's just going back and forth. Sad Scorpion, sad Scorpion.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. No one plays Karma.
No, this is karma.
I'm just joking. I'm just
Oh
joking.
man, this guy's pulling my leg.
Yes, he's going to get a little bit of help from Ken, and Ken's going to be a good guy. Come over and help him, and he does need it. And they will know that he's at blue now, and Skarner's very, very slow now. 3-minute mark, and Golem actually reset a little bit, so he's going to have a little bit more damage to chuck through before he's able to get this off. And Vayne really, really low bottom, getting harassed by Deceptively there as Graves.
All in all,
And Highwood spent a little time to run down here. Probably should have done that. Probably should have just kept his jungle on. He knows he has the advantage naturally there. And Graves really, really low. Will he die from the ignite? No, he won't. It's very, very close. Heavy trades going down here. They need to be careful, though, because, you know, they start in this training war, but they're gonna lose just simply because Soraka is gonna outsustain.
Mm-hmm.
And they put a lot of pressure on in a good stage, which is the early levels. If you're gonna play against the Soraka, you do want to put on the pressure early because her heal is only about 60 health early game, level 1. So not a big heal, and it'll chunk through a lot of her mana. You can see she is below half at this point.
But the thing is, Soraka's infuse costs nothing, which I think is just really ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of abilities that cost nothing that I question myself.
Oh,
Janna backing
Janna,
off out of this, using that Howling Gale to escape.
yes, using that tornado. I'm just gonna pull your leg.
Listen, getting harassed a little bit here. Whoa! Tumbled forward and shot a minion. That sucks.
It happens, alright? It happens. No one's perfect in this world.
It is true. Oh, be careful there. Soraka almost chunked down flashes after the auto attack. Almost died there. And she will back off low on mana and health, and now they have a lone Vayne which they can put a lot of pressure on if they wish to, especially with Bubble. She's going to give a parting heal, and now she's going to back, hopefully. Lee Sin pressed up against the turret, and he went back and bought. Lee Sin coming back with a dagger, some pots, some cloth armor to sustain against the AD of Caban's York.
It's not a dagger, man. It's not a dagger.
Torrens Blade. Sorry. You're right. You know what? Should we call it Howling Gale? And wow, so we're in a lot of trouble. And there is the first blood. A quick rotation down by Kennen. Boss Cow not really tipping his team up, I guess.
No, it happens. The thing is, you call it, you type it, and you call it again until someone confirms it. You need 2 people on your team.
But here's the problem. He crossed. You have a pink ward and a ward up in Dragon River. Like, you knew. They saw him coming. They just were way too deep. And you had the wards there for a reason. And as you can see, Skarner coming in on him, so Deceptively should be trying to back out of this.
No, actually, I think what Jonna did was she thought she was safe, and she didn't know that there was a ward in that bush. That's pretty much what happened. So.
Yeah, still, I mean, the point of wards is to not get caught. And
Yes.
it's embarrassing whenever you do, but it happens to everybody. Happens to the best of us. Happens to me. So. Ooh, Graves quick drawing out of this, getting a bubble just in time. Trading with Vayne. Vayne very low.
Vayne has Soraka.
Both ignites down. Graves actually does not have a lot of mana here.
He used too much of it to harass. The one thing good about Graves is his buckshot, which just shoots through everything and hits everybody. So that doesn't really matter. But Vayne, she has to come up close and shoot him. If she can't dodge that buckshot, which is, if you're close range, pretty hard to dodge.
So Yorick going pretty standard, buying himself that tier of the goddess. She's gonna build up that mana, and then eventually translate that into mana immune. Just a non-stop sustained trade up top.
Yes.
And actually, I have to hand it to the Kennen player doing that rotate down and picking up that kill, because it's not something you typically see too early in a game. And I'm surprised Bosca didn't pick up on it, but it was just heads-up play by them. And Skarner going from stealing blue, well timed.
Yep.
When we get back into this, Saruta getting caught out again, needs to be careful. And Highwood needs to be careful too. Gray's not in a good spot. Needs to be careful.
Meanwhile, Top is just duking it out. Freaking.
Here we go. There's the engagement onto Graves. Graves going to quick draw out of this. Focus where will it go? It looks like it's all going to go down to the Skarner, and Razzle's going to fall. Trying to get down this. Kennen finally rotating down. They need to be careful of the counter initiated by Kennen. Oh, the melee hack just barely hits. Slicing Maelstrom comes in. Sarita going to barely be able to back out of this. Looks like Boss Cow was going to pick up another kill with that excellent Xerath play. And there you have it. Arf needs to be careful. Highwood moving in front of that Shuriken. Picking it off, and Mage Shades does land. The stun will land. And Rouse in a lot of trouble. Going to be held still there. and deceptively comes in for that last auto attack, pick up the kill, transferring that tower aggro back and forth, and RaiseYourWeapon looking really, really good here.
They should go back, which they do. Let the tower take all the CS. You do want that. Really, really nice role play. But meanwhile, top, that was just a really boring ass lane.
You're like, and they're duking out on top, and we go back, and they're both over half health, and they're just gonna back up and go by.
Yes.
Like, good day to you, sir. Pick up my lunch pail.
But the thing is, I think with top lane, I think York wins with the sustain. He does have a heal, and he does have like distance. Lee Sin doesn't really have that, so.
But Distance has swag, man. Or I mean, Lee Sin has swag, so.
Lee Sin has style.
Yeah. He always has that, but he needs, that's kind of the thing. I in the jungle I like him because he can be an enforcer, run around and be a lot more effective. Skarner right now looks like he's gonna be a little bit more effective in team fights. He hasn't been too effective. Oh, misses that shuriken. You have to land those shurikens as Kennen. That's a lot of your damage. And sometimes it does happen, just barely miss there, but that is key. If you watch Kennen's play, you typically max shuriken, and Saruna in a little bit of trouble down bottom. Will he be able to escape? Alex gonna have to pop his Monsoon to escape. Mage Chains goes down. Ralph needs to be careful. He's in threat range to die because of stun, but a lot of DPS from Kennen's will be based on whether they can land the shurikens in those fights.
Yes.
The first and the second one.
Yes, and then Boss Cow buying wars, which I'm really surprised as well. So.
Yeah, coming out of nowhere, Boss Cow making it happen. Typically, in case you don't know, Boss Cow does not tend to buy wards.
Oh,
but he's upped his game. He's gonna pop his ult. Now, will he be able to land the Mage Chain's ult combo? No. Xerath does not have his ult, I assume. No, he does have his ult.
No, the thing is, I believe what he was afraid of is Kennen like flashes and ult him instead as well. So, yeah.
Oh, trying to get that Mage Chains off. When you see that Locus of Power, he's just trying to get range on that Mage Chains. If he gets the Mage Chains, it's all over. And there we go. Alt comes down in. He needs to focus on the Kennen. They don't have the Mage Chains yet. Slicing Maelstrom coming in on the high one, but they're so low. Will we see the Arcana Pulse? No, he stutter stepped it right there. And there's the landing of the Mage Chains. And both characters are going to back out with no health here in mid.
And then he flashes in and he uses Locust Power and Q.
Oh, there we go. Lee Sin trying to get some action in here. Dragon kicks away. He's like, no, wait, this is not what I wanted to do.
Yep, that is not what you want to do.
So kabam! He has to free lane to himself up top now, but that's not exciting. So I'm gonna look away. So Soraka doing a good dragon ward yet. And Knights go down by both players. Deceptively really pouring it on there. Picks up the gas canister kill.
Gas canister? You're making up skills.
I
now,
know.
man.
That's what I like to do. Smoke bomb? What is it? Smoke screen. Alright, there we go. See, I get into the Janna thing, and then now I have no idea what anything's named. This is awesome.
I like Tricycle says to tell you to turn on the game sound on.
The game sound is on.
It's part of the Skype call that's making it, so.
I can turn it up if you so wish.
I like Tricycle did say that, so.
Alright.
And they know not to contact you because your chat box is really small.
It's very, very tiny. I don't mind the chat box. I like to see some of the chatter sometimes.
Nah, it's alright. You have me here.
Right?
Right?
Yeah. Good buddies. TK Rain, Pata.
Yes.
Cast some buddies. So RaiseYourWeapon looking pretty good here. They're about 1.2k up, as we're about 13 minutes into this game.
Lee Sin has 103 CS. That's unbelievable right there.
That's pretty solid, actually.
Really solid. Really solid.
And he is a golf pro, so he works on his swing, his fundamentals, and his last sitting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Golf pros.
It's okay. And
Nothing's
Highwind's
happened.
sneaking down.
Is he?
Yeah, he's sneaking down to those brush. It's hard to hide when you're that big, but we'll find out.
No, the thing is, I want to know how tall the grass, the actual bushes. Like, you know what I mean?
It goes up to the heavens. You don't see that, but you know it does. Just
It
believe,
does.
trust me.
Hmm. Interesting.
Zareth waiting for the lane to push up. Lee Sin heading back top. Graves rotating down here. See if Highwind shows himself when they do decide to push up. Maybe they try to bait a reaction out here. I don't think we're going to see it, though. And Highwind just running in here, regulating on this turret. And they might decide to finally take it down. We're nearing the 15-minute mark. So maybe they just decide that that's what they're going to go for. Almost baited a grab there.
Mm-hmm.
Good attempt by Highwind.
They just want to put some damage on that tower, so pretty much with the next team fight or something like that. If bottom's gone, they just take it and then go for another. Ooh.
Kill going down there onto Zareth. Highwind coming in here trying to get a grab. Pops is all going to pop up both characters, but he's not going to have that stun, but he will have it for Kennen. Howling Gale coming in here. Ults from Graves coming in. They will finally kill Kennen, but Highwind's eating a lot of these turret hits. Gonna get a heal. Star Call coming in here.
And here comes Bane.
Oh no. Graves not going to be able to escape, getting a little bit greedy. We're seeing a little bit of reversal of what happened last game.
Mm-hmm.
Where it looks like Raise Your Weapon doing a little dirt moment there, and they're probably going to give him Dragon because of that.
Nope, Zareth's coming in. If he gets back in lane, or if he gets back in time.
Yeah, Skarner's actually not tanking this, which is interesting. Dirty Mouse decided to tank it. And he's moving towards danger. I don't think Zareth is going to get there in time. He's going to be a little bit late.
But you may never know. He wants that double buff.
Uh-oh. Soraka caught out a little bit here. Will he land that Mage Chains combo? Paused a little bit there. Ooh.
He's doing his two-step.
Yeah.
Team push ahead by 1K.
Yeah, so, you know, Raise Your Weapon was ahead by about a 1K, and now it's swung back. Team Push doing a good job. Lee Sin farming like a boss up top.
Yes, what they could have actually done right there was just not try to dive Skarner and Ken at the same time, was let them go back and then get Dragon. So...
Yeah, I mean, that again, you know, that's a very smart move.
that would have been a safe play, but getting them to and getting Dragon is more worth it, but now you are slightly behind, so being up the consequences.
Yeah, but I mean, the goal difference at this point is pretty much even as far as team makeups go. So I think you know, it's gonna be the next team fight or next move that the team decides to make, and they try to push this further in the game. Last time, is Raise Your Weapon winning a couple of team fights and picking up a Baron that completely swung in their advantage.
Yes, and they stole Baron, or they got the Baron stolen, and he still came up on top.
So Hyman going in here into Lee Sin, it's not going to be enough. Command's not going to be able to put out enough damage to really make it pay off, but they will push Lee Sin out of lane a little bit here. And he will blue pill.
That is what you want right there. That is what you want. Lee Sin with 152. His CS is actually really, really good. I would believe this is 17 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean that is almost pro status there. Most times you're looking for, they said like the absolute ideal craziness, is 10 CS per. Oh my gosh, deceptively might pick up a double kill. No, he's not going to be able to. It finally, I was wondering when they were going to actually go aggressive on that. They finally did while I was pontificating. Skarner looks like he's going to rotate down on this, maybe. I don't know if they'd have enough damage between them, though, to actually pick up a kill. Highway with a grab mid. If Zareth's in range to follow that up, then it's very, very strong. And a hard push on mid, actually. They might try to go for this turret, possibly. I don't know. This looks like they're just going to back off. And I have to hand it to Team Push. They have a lot of wards pretty much everywhere, on the top side of the map especially.
The bottom side, you don't have to really worry about it, besides like the tri-bush or maybe the river, the mouth of the river, because Dragon is stolen, so you don't really need that. Ooh.
Oh, Highwind panicked right there, saw the shuriken come in, so he took the blue. That's what happened. He thought, oh no, it's going to get stolen. And did a little bit of a panic move there and took it away from Xerath. So Xerath actually won't have a blue. So that was amazing shuriken, actually. And that's that mental mind game thing, you know. It's very, very important.
Yep. And Skarner did have his smite too, and he was just within range, so he could actually have taken it too.
So it'll be interesting to see what we decide to go with. What the next move is for either team. It looks like they're going back to the laning phase. Bottom turret has fallen. Meantime, it looks like they're going to go all over Soraka. Soraka trying to back out. That would have been a huge pickup because she just grabbed that Oracle's. Pretty much a double kill at that point.
Yep.
Skarner with that red buff thing about rotating in and around. Saru's going to ward this up. Skarner has no one else to follow this up with. Shurelio's ready to try to catch up. He's not going to be able to do it. Highwind looks like he's doing a little bit of invading here of his own, seeing that Skarner is bottom.
Yes. The first game, there's actually a lot of like fighting going on. This game, like both teams know each other, how we play, not to the full extent, but they're playing pretty conservative because Boss Cow, he's not being a boss at all. He's just being a cow. So.
Xerath back out of this with his ult, just running it down again, trying to get a grab. Flash in to try to go for the grab. He's going to go do it onto Highwind. Will there be an FCC for Highwind? Highwind's actually going to dragon kick to safety, puts a pull back onto Icane. And Icane's going to back out, and both teams, you know, they're tanky enough that no one dies. Meanwhile, York pushing top, and and Kabam should take this top turret.
Yes, and bottom tower is pushing pressure on that second turret. So.
Highwind just rinse repeating that combo. Grab and root. Again, if Xerath is there, you know, to back that up, it can be a kill, especially on Soraka, someone who's pretty squishy. Heavy pressure on the bottom. Looks like Skarner's going to loop around behind. He will not have his ult though, and Vayne has gone all aggressive onto this. Arf has decided that he maybe wants to go for this too. And slow on to Skarner. Oh, fail quick draw into the wall. Monsoon's probably going to be able to save this. There's the Howling Gale. Can't catch anybody.
She still has Zephyr as well. So.
Yeah, Zephyr just came back up.
And this is why you ban John right there.
Yep. Because, you know, escapes become, you know, anything is possible if you have John on your team. Escape is always possible.
Oh, meanwhile, Lee Sin.
Oh, Graves might be in a little bit of trouble here. Here they go down here. When will Deceptively quick draw? There's the Howling Gale. Afterwards, after removing Vision, very good play right there. A lot of people just think about the quick draw. Instead, he's going to get the smoke screen up.
Meanwhile, top Kabam has red, so he won the war against Lee Sin.
The age-old war over red.
Yes.
Boss Cow, meanwhile, just happy and content to farm middle. Up about 20 CS on cannon, and there's a heavy push on the bottom to try to steal this out. But, you know, just a really, really quick buckshot right there is going to clear the wave.
Oh, and here comes
Yorick. And they're just cleared out for Dragon, getting some space. Meanwhile, Lee Sin taking top turret. And that's their cue to do Dragon. They have 5 versus 4 at best. Seem to look for Arcane in their setup. Gold was even, but now RaiseYourWeaponMedia has a 1K gold advantage. This is a very, very close game. Both teams just taking small objectives so far.
And the thing is like I said, the first game there was a lot of like fighting going on. This game, not really so much. It's more just about farming, pushing, and trying not to die.
It's very much almost like the CLG style of game, and Highwind in a lot of trouble, will give up a kill, getting a little bit lazy there. Thinking he was tankier than he is. You are a big character, but you're not invincible to turrets and in Vayne action. But, you know, that one mistake's not going to hurt him too bad. Right now, it's basically come down to the next big team fight. You know, whenever these teams decide to come together, like I was saying, it's almost that CLG style. You know, wait for that climactic moment. when the dust settles after a team fight. Both teams basically dead even at this point.
Pretty much.
With almost a 1K lead, but at this point it's not that big of a deal. It's really going to come down to the team fights, and I think a lot of it too is going to come down to their focus of how they deal with Kennen, because Kennen's going to initiate a lot of the damage onto their team. So Janna will actually be key in either pushing him away or getting that exhaust onto him. She might, because she does have Monsoon, if it does get popped and she can push Kennen away, she can actually save the exhaust to try to protect the AD carry, or try to protect Graves in an exchange if he's getting a dove or whatever.
Vayne with the Bloodthirster at 24 minutes, kind of behind. Graves with the Wriggles, I didn't see that. That's actually a really good play. And with IE, he's getting his seal right next.
Oh, and here we go. The engagement on here. Xerath's going to back out, flash out to make sure he's completely out of this fight. Now he's going to raise his, but Skarner coming in, make sure he gets that. They don't have quite enough damage here. Dragon kicked away, but oh, Vayne's going to come in here. But Xerath back alive, getting Yorick ulted. But he's just sitting there, not doing anything. So
he doesn't know.
A waste of ult. That way to go, buddy. Like what was that? And now Graves actually. Everybody's running back away, but they might have been able to dive Graves there, actually. It was like 4v Graves under a turret. And now they're all getting kind of low. All coming, just trying to get them low so they don't dive.
It's actually a really good play.
Yeah.
You know, I believe what happened to Boss Cow is he didn't know that he got ulted. So, because the thing is, some people don't play Yorick that much, and they don't ult. They don't ult their AP, if you know what I mean. They ult their AD, another like bruiser or something like that. They don't really ult an AP character.
Yeah, typically you're gonna do the AD or something like that, not the AP carry. So if you're not used to it, you might just. But I don't know what he did. Like, did he like go get a sandwich? Like, what happened? Like, getting grabbed out here. And right now, Push looking like the better team as we get into this late game. It's kind of reverse of fortunes. Mage Chain's gonna land, but I don't think a stun's gonna follow it up.
It did right there.
And Push looks really tanky so far. It looks like they're not taking a lot of damage here.
At least in actually going with a Bloodthirster too. And once again, his CS is unbelievably crazy. He's at 243 at 26 minutes right now.
Yeah, that's pro status.
Yes.
Maybe they called in the reinforcements. Who knows?
Maybe it could be a different person. You know, he just came from the mountain. He's in that mood. He's a monk. He's blind. Can't see anything.
He had unlocked his beast mode.
Yes.
Unlocked the next tier. Went over 9,000.
Yes.
Prepared himself for this moment.
Yes.
This is a best of 3, so if Push wins this, we will go to a game 3. Raise your weapon up about 1 game at this point. This is the worldwide tournament. Round of 16. We do have some good teams left in this tournament. VV Gaming, used to be Icons of Vanity, is in here, as well as Average Joe's, who's been doing pretty good in some. They did good in the Fatality tournament, I believe. Pings going down, invading the enemy's jungle. Highwind has picked up an Oracle's. Oh, that would be bad.
The thing is, they saw Soraka. That was the thing. Soraka would have just stayed back. They don't really need her in that spot.
They don't need her for the surprise party?
Yes.
That's what you're trying to say?
Yes. But
that ward will get cleared out very quickly. Kabam. Throw a ghoul over the wall just to check it. Smart move. Both teams going to play a position war now. And a lot of focus actually on the Skarner. Will they be able to pick up this kill? If they get this, they might try to convert it into a Baron play, and they will. Everybody on there blew a few cooldowns there. The sense I'm kind of getting from RaiseYourWeapon's team actually now with their comp with York is they're missing a little bit of that damage. They really only have 2 damage sources, which kind of makes me worried the longer this game goes, and the tankiness of Push. That if they don't get this Baron, I think they might lose this game, actually.
well, not only that, York could actually like clone Graves, which actually right there you have two ADs for.
And there's the engage by Kennan coming in. Monster getting out. They need to focus down Baron and make sure they get it and don't give it up in the process. It will get smited, so Razor Weapon will get this. Yorick deep in the enemy action, but Graves is still alive. Ken's going to die as soon as he comes back up. And this is getting converted very well by Razor Weapon. I don't think they're going to be able to track down Vayne. They're going to try to at least.
She just has a zeal.
Tumble, flash, just needs that quick draw. There it is. GG, R55 picking up the kill there. And both the damage dealers able to stay alive, and that was the key in that fight right there.
And once again, she did not play with Smartcast. I am in love with Smartcasting.
Oh, you should be. I mean, everybody, if you want to learn how to improve your game, a really quick, easy thing you can do that doesn't involve, finding a team to practice with or anything. Very simple. Just play with SmartCast. And speeds up your timing, everything. It's very essential.
And it makes everything a lot smoother, too. Because at Vayne, she actually has to stop and then shoot Graves and then turn back around. With SmartCast, you actually just run and then just shoot him and then just actually continue running as well. So it just makes the animation a lot smoother.
So Razor Weapon did the thing they had to do. They got Baron, converted a good team fight, picked up Dragon, got a turret. Everything right there was absolutely great for them, and now they're sitting at almost a 4K gold lead.
Yep. Graves
3.5 lead.
Yep. Graves and Giraffe sitting with about 2K gold in the bank. Graves getting his Phantom Master and a Megatron Cloak for more resistance. He's going for that Banshee with more health, which you need, and that shield, which is really ridiculous.
And that pickoff of Skarner was really, really key. It was a lot of what was able to make that happen. I feel like the hard engage for Team Push is still just a lot better than Razor Weapons and Razor Weapon, and their damage output. I'm not sure now with Baron. I think the advantage is with Razor Weapon. Without it, it's anybody's game in a team fight. It's really who picks off the first AD carry. If either team is able to take off an AD carry, they lose a lot of their damage, about half of their effective damage. Here we go, pick off on Kabam, back it out of here. Monsoon goes off, and Highwind engaging out of this. Both teams weren't quite sure there. I feel like Razor Weapon wasn't fully into engaging. They almost wanted to kite, and the other team engaged, and they decided that now it was time to run, and so you had both teams almost running away from each other.
Well, not only that, Skarner ulting Kabam. Kabam, he's
not the target.
Yeah, he's not the target. He's just a really annoying target that you do not want. You want either Seraph or Graves, or either that or John. She could reset the team fight.
And there's the ult slicing Maelstrom from Kennen, but Kennen almost blown up instantly. He's going to pop his Zonia's Hourglass, which is so key for him to try and survive, but he will get picked up by Xerath's ult from downtown. And Lee Sin very, very low, safeguarding and flashing out of this. Deceptively might fall, and he will fall in the process. And now, actually, the entire fight is all pushed. They will pick up a lot of kills here because they got too greedy and too aggressive there with that Kennen kill. Big mistake. You can't. Vayne is gonna destroy your team if you have nothing left for her after the dust settles.
Yeah, and then not only that, it was just a point where you could just sort of poke that tower. So.
Yeah, they just got too gritty, pushed all in. It's not always about there can be some finesse in your tower pushes. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. That definitely turned around very well for them. Able to pick up a turret, push down a little bit. Didn't really put any damage on the mid turret. Razor Weapon still has a Baron buff on Xerath.
Vayne staying with 2K gold. So, what you gonna buy?
Gotta be scared of that Vayne.
Oh, really scared. Scary.
Graves pretty well, farmed and fed, but he just needs to be careful. He can't be picked out in those team fights. He has to stay alive.
Oh, Graves actually picked up a QSS, believe it or not.
Which is very smart. This is probably one of the best defensive items, as we were talking about earlier. It really comes down to, in the later games, if you're AD carry, you're gonna die because you got CC'd. Typically.
And the thing is, a QSS is such a broken item in the game. It's just so broken.
Yeah, I mean the fact that it does, cancel suppressions and stuff like that is
No,
very, very strong.
yeah, and the thing is, like, whatever debuff is on you or whatever it is, you just like click it and it just clears. You're just like, it's like a really strong version of cleanse.
Yeah, it is, and it gives you some magic resist in there too to protect against AP carries and such.
And lower cooldown.
So there's no Baron, so one of the best lanes to push actually in this situation is bottom lane. It looks like that is what Raise Your Weapon is doing. I would like to see him put a little pressure onto mid since mid is low. At this point would be a good poke target if they decide to do that.
Skarner is up top, so they should see that right now and just take that bottom tower because he is out of the lane. He has to clear that and push it.
Yeah, you can see how fast that lane fell, so Push is going to have to decide if they want to go all in or not, if they're going to stop this. It looks like Highwind's going to go in first and bounce right out real quickly. There you saw Deceptively got way too deep again. That could have been really, really bad if Vayne was on her game, condemned him against the wall. I mean, that's the team fight right there. He would have to QSS out of it at that point, I guess, so he could have escaped, but gotta be very, very careful.
Jonna is going back to buy some more wards. So she has the Aegis and a Zeke's Herald. Oh, she picked up an Oracle and 4 wards. She's coming back in lane or into the team fight. RYW picking up that blue buff, Force Wrath.
That blue buff.
That blue buff.
Which is very strong for them, and Push is going to get there just a second too late. Sad face.
Yes, Soraka.
And they're hoping Soraka's going to face check this, and she will. Going to lose that Oracle possibly. Howling Gale up. Arcana Pulse from downtown. Graves Ult comes in. They will pick up the kill. Who's Skarner going to grab? He actually grabs Graves. Graves QSS late. Gets Howling Monsoon actually into Xerath in the backdrop. Is able to pick up the kill. But now it's just Kennen by himself. Vayne died to Highwind and fail flash to escape. Skarner falls.
And Lee Sin. Oh my god.
Lee Sin, the lone survivor, but they will lose a turret and an inhib at least out of this. So unfortunate monsoon that does happen, but that's all good because Raise Your Weapon won the team fight. They were able to take care of Vayne, which is very, very important. And now they're pressing it here.
Yeah, they should push this and at least get one tower if they do want to play it safe. They don't have to get both.
Graves actually getting kicked into the turrets, but not taking turret echoes. Not a good idea. Lee Sin's pretty tanky there, buddy. So they will get one Nexus turret, but now they finally will turn onto him and possibly pick up a kill, maybe. Buckshot just barely going to miss it, but no. Uh-oh.
This
is bad. They pop Shirley's River to try to run away, but that run speed's pretty fast. That's all about her passive and her ult. Will Highwind be able to fall? Pops his shield. Tries to run to the terrain and gets canceled. Will Deceptively be able to escape out of this now, and this is so bad. Double buff. And here we go. He's going to be slowed. Will Kabam be able to stop this? They're actually going to turn and try to fight this. I do not know. He gets ghosted, so he will shut down. He'll have double buff for a second. Kabam barely survives. Wow.
Yes. So,
Graves all in. They're just like, oh, that's not real.
So when Graves come back alive, does he get some double buffs or?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, so it's gone forever then.
Yeah, it's gone forever. And actually, you know, if people wanted to know, it doesn't transfer too from the ghost, as you can see right there. And here we go. We have a Baron maneuver. They don't have Vayne for that DPS. Will Bosco be able to clutch steal this? That is the key. And Lisa's going to go over the top and say, I'm just going to kill you if you stick around.
He cannot clutch steal it.
Yeah. He definitely cannot. Not enough backup. So this is actually huge because Push can actually convert this into towers, and Raise Your Weapon's going to have to play a little bit more passively because of this Baron. And it's going to get a lot more gold actually to Push. So Push was down a bit of gold. Now they're only down about 2k. Raise Your Weapon just a little bit over aggressive, only getting one Nexus turret there. Should just took the inhib, backed off probably.
They could actually.
It's the safer play.
Yeah, they could actually just wore that tower down and then just like backed off if they really wanted to, because Lee Sin did initiate on them, and pretty much what he did was bought his team time Vayne to come up and just pretty much like sort of clean up a little bit. And
Yeah,
she
and
did die, but she did clean up a little bit. She did get gold. That's what she needs. She has the last whisper. She's going for her IE, I believe. So
it was perfect too because he was greedy bait. It got deceptively to dive in there trying to get a kill, and got him out of position to do that. And Razor Weapon still feels like they have the advantage here, even against a Baron buffed up team. And they're kind of pushing. They're kind of rotating around like they want to maybe push or something. I don't know. They're doing the rounds, I guess.
I believe they're just trying to get map control right now. Oh, John, she did lose her oracles, so she does not have oracles or anything like that.
Yes, that is unfortunate. Soraka does have an oracles, so she will be able to help her team get map control.
Yep.
So this still is game 2. We could have a game 3 depending on if Razor Weapon is able to convert this into a win or not. Highwind has popped his oracles now, so they do have an oracles running around here.
And John pinged on the map for
Ward placement.
Yes, for ward placement.
Xerath getting kills from as far away as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to be safe, but then he moves into Arcanables.
Yes, he does not want to get jumped at all.
Yeah.
He does not want to be that kid who just got jumped by everybody else because he wore the wrong lace.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, they're going to have to back off and play a little bit of defense here. Push. Looks like they're going to be on the push now. And as they should be, they have the Baron buff. They need to try to convert a turret or something out of this. And Razor Weapon needs to pay special attention to Vayne. If they can pick out Vayne in a lot of these team fights, I have a feeling that they're going to win it. That's a lot of what this late game does become. Who can kill the other enemy team's AD carry.
What is this crazy? Oh man.
So it looks like they're hiding in here by the wolves, possibly to try to play. I don't know.
Uh-oh. If they saw that's Wrath. Oh, they saw that's Wrath.
Arf, you don't want to be there, buddy. Oh, Australia's Rebel is popped. Loses the speed. Oh, thought he was going to get the grab. He doesn't get it. And it looks like a quick dive in by Highwind, eating a lot of the cooldowns. Highwind's finally going to fall. Pops the hourglass, and Ralph's going to get blown immediately after that. And Graves, still just barely alive, is finally going to fall. It's Soraka and Lee Sin left. And that's a great team fight for Razor Weapon, taking out Vayne very early in that team fight. And now it's just a rundown of Lee Sin. I don't know what they're going to try to convert out of this. Probably going to be just the inhibitor.
Moscow saying come back so you can get that pentakill.
Flashing slows. Moscow, he needs that pentakill. He wants that pentakill.
Everybody wants a pentakill.
He wants it on video. He wants the crowd to go wild.
Yes.
And they're still down for about 20 seconds. So unless Lee Sin's able to 3v1, might see a victory for Razor Weapon at this point. Ult coming down, making it rain, and he will pick up the unofficial ace pentakill right there for you. So you got a little bit of it. And there you have it, Razor Weapon taking the series 2-0. Great games. Big props to Team Push. They actually put on a really good show there. I think they played awesome throughout this, I think. Yeah.
They did.